looking down on the mountainside. We run and seek out the holes for to hide, but I'm not the one who's flying inside. And give me a house that sets in the sun, and with every shout, know you're the one. And I found you out of everyone.
It turns into a song. We're interview song. Now we live in Asheville.
We live in Asheville. It's okay. Well, I like it pretty well. Moved to Swananoa, but it's almost Asheville.
It's still Buncombe County.
Well, that was quite a while ago.
We met in Boone. We met here in Boone.
Yeah, we all went to Appalachian State, and we met in the Mellow Mushroom parking lot.
Mellow Mushroom parking lot.
6 years ago.
A guy got us all together. We didn't all know each other, and this one guy got us all together because he wanted to start a band, and we all met in the Mellow Mushroom parking lot and had dinner. And that was it. And it was love.
And that's kind of where Hallie and I started playing together. And Alex and I were friends prior to that. And those are the only three that's left of that original Mellow Mushroom grouping. You would. I think so.
Yeah, stuff like this certainly does, I think.
Yeah, we're definitely we're not an urban band. And I'm not really a fan of much of that type of music. And that's not meaning like hip hop or some kind of urban like that, but like more of like urban sounding, like a cold
concrete metal.
Right. Yeah, it's more of like a natural, like if you think about standing in a wooden room, I feel like it's that compared to like cinder block room, which can be cool, you know. Like I think Radiohead, for example. I love Sigur Rós and I don't like Radiohead. Might turn some people off. Though the two bands are very similar. She loves them. I like Radiohead, but Sigur Rós I think holds a lot of values in nature, and I think Radiohead has that more of an industrial feel. But it's very similar, like ambient music. It's just cold versus warm. Anyway, that got off topic.
Yeah,
so Boone might have influenced us a little.
Yeah, plus you had a really cool house, the cabin, Moonfish.
That's true. We recorded in
really
a cabin.
Great, like rustic kind of cabin. And smelled good, and they chopped wood, and had a wood burning stove, and we had band practice in there, and
It was pretty fun.
that'll bring out some folky mountain bits.
It was an adventure. It took a long time to kind of like figure out that we were actually gonna do that. And when we got there, though, it was, I mean, it's the dead of winter in Martha's Vineyard. And if anybody's been to New England, in the winter, you're not only on the coast, but you're on an island off the coast. So it was just really desolate and cold and windy and pretty beautiful for the most part.
We each took walks on the beach at different times.
Yeah.
Like we kind of would separate and do our own thing, and I would go and pick up stones and pick up stuff on the beach, and Ryan would take a walk.
Yeah.
Alex would go into the neighborhoods and look at the houses, and then we'd all reconvene and play for the rest of the night. And then split up and go for walks again.
We did Alex and I were there for about 3.5 weeks. And but we kind of went ahead and set up some of the studio stuff because it was just a house, so had to move a lot. It was my uncle's home, his summer home, and so I had to move a bunch of stuff around to make it work. But so Alex and I were there. We got a little bit cabin fever at the end, though. Like the last 3 nights, I remember like this, like third night to the end, I was like literally just had my head on the desk.
Yeah.
Just like we'd been in that house for 3 weeks straight.
Together.
No
one else recording. We went out downtown one night. We left the studio behind. We were all tired, and we went downtown to this bar, this local bar where all the locals that were there in the winter were gathering. And there was a band playing, and it was just this tiny little place, and everyone knew each other. And Rock and Rick was playing, and we had the best time.
Yeah, like this super soulful like guy named Rock and Rick, and he was just kicking ass and taking names, like standing on chairs, and he was just killing it. He was cover music.
Anyway, it was really fun.
Yeah. We played some funny festivals. I'm not going to name where and the promoter, but we played a festival where it turned out, let's see if you can get it without me telling the location because I don't want to get anybody in trouble. It turned out that we were playing pretty much for nobody within 100 feet because everybody was back about 150 feet getting really drunk and playing cornhole and like beer pong. And that was an interesting festival. And it was okay, but you know, there's just no one it's one thing if there's no one there, but there were tons of people there, but they're all like not even close to the stage. It was like 100 meters away, and there was like all the bands were like, what's going on? We're just playing for this empty field, and at the other side of the field this 500 people are just kind of gathered playing cornhole.
They were just having fun.
Yeah.
They were just having a party, and
we were just background, which is
we
fun.
played in a strip mall once.
That was probably the worst festival.
It was a festival in a strip mall. And
it was 106 degrees.
It was really hot, and we were all feeling, I thought I was going to pass out on stage. We all got incredibly sunburnt in this little kind of small black box of a stage, and the sun was coming directly in, and it was just like, we were just dripping, and nobody was listening. They were coming out of the movie.
Yeah, there was a movie theater.
A bunch of people at midday just came walking out of the movie and walked right past the stage, and like,
they're like, oh, there's a band.
That's a loud band, and they just kept walking.
Right.
That was pretty bad.
Pretty funny.
So we played some really good ones. Hardly Strictly Bluegrass was our favorite.
Yeah, Hardly Strictly in California.
Yeah.
Probably the best festival that I've ever been to in my entire life. It's free. And it's got bands. I mean, incredible. When we were there, it was like Gillian Welsh and John Prine and Robert Plant, and then it had bands like Broken Social Scene or Bright Eyes, M. Ward, Kurt Vile, Woods. I mean, the list goes on and on in both directions. Yeah. River Whyless.
So everybody could go. Yeah, River Whyless. 11 a.m.
We made it in. But it was like, it's all put on by this one guy who has a bunch of money, and he just gives it to the city every year. And so the hospitality is amazing, and the crowd is so happy because they didn't pay $300 to see those bands that are worth $300 to see. And so everybody's just like, oh yeah, man, totally, I'll go in front of me, I don't care, like I'm in here for free.
And it's in Golden Gate Park.
And it's in Golden Gate Park in the middle of San Francisco.
That was the favorite. Yeah. We felt
it's a beautiful festival.
Yeah.